Hi, my name is Poppy, and I am just an everyday girl, I guess. I love my family and enjoy learning more about them, but I do have an adventurous spirit. Exploring is one of my favorite hobbies. Our family has a big and interesting house. It has room for hidden and fascinating nooks and spaces. I like finding these and peering into them to see what I can find. Sometimes I've found photo albums and old items belonging to my parents. It's just so much fun. One day, I was exploring in my parents' room. They have a big closet that I'd never really looked around, so I decided to do that now. I found a weird wallpaper behind it. Why would this be here, I thought. My parents don't have wallpapers anywhere else. I approached the wallpaper and touched it with my hand. You'll never guess what happened next. To my amazement, while touching the wallpaper and examining its surroundings, the wallpaper moved, showing a secret door. What on earth could have been happening? When I tentatively opened the door, I saw there was a dark room, a secret room. I felt like I was in a storybook or movie, set in a time long ago. But I'm a modern girl, so I had my smartphone on me. I used its light to light up the small space. You're probably asking, what could possibly be in there? Believe me, so was I. To my shock and bewilderment, I discovered that the walls were covered with many pictures of one young girl. She was too old to be thought little, but still definitely a child. She was very beautiful. I had never seen her face before in my life. Who could she be? Why would there be so many pictures of her here, in this strange and secret place? Why would her pictures need to be hidden like this? You can imagine how stunned and confused I was. My head was spinning, and I felt like I was losing my mind trying to think of all the possible reasons why these pictures would be here. Could my dad be a criminal? Could he have killed this girl? No, that's impossible. My father couldn't be a murderer. Oh no, could he be a pedophile? I broke down in tears, sobbing my heart out. I found more and more pictures, making me feel even more nauseous. Memories flooded into my mind of my father acting in a withdrawn way, spending lots of time in his study. He always said he was busy with papers and work. He always stopped me from looking at these papers. Why would he do this? What could be so private? Why would he not want me to see how he was spending his time? I was so angry. Maybe angrier than I'd ever been in my life. I stormed out of the secret room. Soon after that, I saw my father and some friends and family members arriving home. I rushed out to the living room and shouted at my dad, accusing him of being a criminal and a pedophile. My father had no idea what I was talking about, and at that point, everyone was staring at him. He was so horrified and stunned that he raised his voice, asking me what I was talking about. With a look of shock on his face, he asked, "What would make my daughter say all of this?" Then he raised his voice again and asked, "What is it, Poppy? What?" As I explained, he finally started crying and said loudly, "Oh no, Poppy, no, it's not the right time for this conversation." But I insisted, and you can imagine my shock when he looked at me in the eyes and said, "She's your sister, Poppy. She's been missing for years, and we still can't find her." What? I couldn't understand a word he said. Then my grandmother walked closer to me, and with tears in her eyes, she said, "Yes, the beautiful little girl in those photos is your sister. Sweetheart, are you okay?" I didn't know how to answer. I was shocked and felt sick to my stomach for accusing my father of such terrible things. I ran to him, crying, and hugged him, apologizing with all my might. He did not say a word to me. He just cried. I noticed that my mother was sitting and quietly crying in a chair nearby. I went to hug her and apologize to her too, for all the terrible things I had said to my dad. It seems like they have been going through a lot since my sister has disappeared, but I still don't understand why they didn't tell me. I mean, I am their other daughter. I think I am still a bit angry with them, but I'm sure my love is much bigger. I only hope we find my sister one day. I wish I could be as optimistic as my parents regarding this. But they say parents know best, no? Do you have any stories you'd like to share? Please talk about them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, hit the like button and remember to subscribe so you can see future stories.